Only you get to touch my tail, Ethan. Why is that girl standing inside your personal bubble? No working late tonight. You have to watch cartoons with Snow. If you dare adopt a second cat, Snow is going to swap all your protein powder for kale. There's no federal law against marrying a cat, right? Right? One morning, Ethan, hearing that sweet, syrupy voice through the haze of sleep, I assumed I was dreaming, until I felt the warm breath against the side of my bed. That's when I realized this wasn't a dream. I cracked my eyes open and was greeted by a flawless, adorable face right in front of mine. She had long, snow-white hair, and on top of her head, 2 fluffy cat ears were twitching ever so slightly. But the most shocking part was those amber eyes. They were identical to my cat, Snowball's. Snowball, I stammered. Yep, you recognized me. The girl beamed, and behind her, a long white tail wagged furiously against the bedsheets. I rubbed my eyes. Once I confirmed I wasn't having a hallucination, my brain just short-circuited. Last night, Snowball was a standard-issue white cat. This morning, she was a teenage girl. Well, a teenage girl with cat ears and a tail. But the rest of her? Definitely human. To what? What on earth is going on? I don't know either. She tilted her head, pulling a face so cute it should be illegal. I had this super weird dream last night. A voice said, since you want to be closer to your humans so badly, I'll give you a shot. And then poof, I woke up like this. Watching her innocent expression, my brain was still struggling to buffer the information. So, are you hungry? I asked, defaulting to the only logical question I could think of. Starving. Super starving. I want tuna. And milk. She perked up instantly. Okay, so the exterior had changed, but the gluttonous inner cat was definitely still there. I got up to get dressed, and Snow trailed right behind me, just like she always did. The only difference was she was walking on 2 legs now, not 4. 3, Ethan, can I help make breakfast? She asked, bouncing on her heels. Do you know how to cook? Nope, but I really want to learn. I let out a wry laugh. Taking care of her was going to be even more chaotic than before. I walked into the kitchen and started grabbing ingredients. Snow hovered, watching my every move with intense curiosity, occasionally reaching out to help and nearly knocking things over. Ethan, what's that? She asked, pointing at the toaster. That's a toaster. It toasts bread. Whoa, magic. I usually just eat the bread out of the bag. Well, you're a person now. You eat toast. Can I still eat kibble? Absolutely not. Her ears drooped immediately. She looked genuinely crushed. But I added quickly, I can make you delicious human food. Her eyes lit up instantly. Really? You're the best. Before I could react, she launched herself at me, wrapping her arms around my arm. The sudden warmth and softness made my face heat up instantly. Snow, hey, little personal space, please. Huh, but I used to hug your leg like this all the time. She looked confused. That was when you were a cat. I'm still a cat. Just a cat girl now. She said it so matter-of-factly that I didn't know how to argue. In a way, she was right. She was still Snowball. For breakfast was served. We sat at the small dining table. Snow stared at the sunny-side-up eggs and toast in front of her, eyes sparkling. Digging in, she clapped her hands together, mimicking something she must have seen on TV, and started taking small, delicate bites. Watching her eat with such focus, I couldn't help but smile. Even in human form, that intense concentration on food was exactly the same. Yummy. Ethan's cooking is the best, she declared, satisfied. Better than Meow Mix? I teased. Totally. But she looked down shyly. I do kind of miss the taste of dried tuna. Fine. I'll pick some up later. Really? You're the best. I love you, Ethan. She wagged her tail happily. It was honestly too cute to handle. After breakfast, the reality of the situation hit me. How was I going to explain this? Snow, you know you can't let other people see you like this, right? Why? I am cute. She looked puzzled. Because, well, people aren't ready for catgirls. They might think you're a monster or something. Hearing the word monster, her face fell. Is Snow a monster? Seeing her distress, my heart broke a little. I reached out and patted her head. No, you're adorable. It's just that the world isn't used to miracles like this. So I have to stay inside? For now. But don't worry, I'll figure something out. Okay, I trust you. She was beaming again. 5 for the rest of the day. I ran Human 101. I taught her how to use a fork and knife, how to work the TV remote, and how to unlock an iPhone. She was a fast learner, but the cat instincts were strong. If a bird flew past the window, she'd practically slam her face against the glass. If a floorboard creaked, her ears would swivel instantly. The funniest part was when I absent-mindedly clicked a pin that had a laser pointer on it. She locked onto the red dot and chased it around the living room for 10 minutes. Snow, you're human. Stop chasing the laser. I laughed. But I have to catch it, she panted, not stopping for a second. Watching her sprint around, I realized this wasn't so bad. The apartment felt a lot less lonely. That evening, I made a quick run to Trader Joe's. Leaving her alone made me nervous, but we needed food. When I got back, the living room looked like a tornado had hit it. Throw pillows were everywhere. Magazines were shredded. Snow, what are you doing? I yelled. You're back. She ran out of the kitchen, covered head to toe in white powder. I wanted to make dinner for you, but I walked into the kitchen and froze. Flour everywhere. The sink was piled high with dishes. There was batter on the ceiling. I didn't mean to. Snow stammered, tears welling up in her eyes. My anger evaporated instantly. She was just trying to help. It's okay. Let's clean it up together, I said gently. You're not mad? No, but next time, ask me before you start a science experiment in the kitchen, okay? Okay, I promise. She nodded vigorously. It took an hour to clean the apartment. Snow apologized the whole time, looking genuinely guilty. 6, all right. Let it go, I said, patting her head. Let's make dinner together. Can I help? Yes, but you have to follow my orders exactly. Yes, sir. She stood at attention like a little soldier. Under my supervision, Snow helped with the basics. She was clumsy, but focused. Is this how I chop it? She asked, holding the knife with intense concentration. Perfect. Just like that. Her tail swished happily at the praise, ears perking up. When dinner was ready, Snow puffed out her chest. This is the first human meal Snow helped make. It wasn't Michelin star quality, but it tasted fine. And seeing her smile made it the best meal I'd had in a long time. Ethan, can I learn more cooking tomorrow? You bet. Yay. I'm going to learn so many recipes so I can take care of you. A warm feeling spread through my chest. She turned human just to take care of me? That night, the sleeping arrangements became an issue. Snowball always slept on my bed. But Snow, well, she was a girl now. Snow, you should take the guest room tonight, I said. Huh? Why? I always sleep with you. Because you're a girl now. It's not appropriate. But I'm still Snow. She grabbed my arm. I'll get scared sleeping alone. Looking ahead pubido, kitty quedas, y combeth. 7 whatever. She was essentially my cat. It was fine. Fine. But you have to stay on your side. No kicking. Yay. I'll be super good. She curled up next to me, just like old times. But feeling a human form there was different. Ethan, are you happy I turned into this? She asked suddenly in the dark. Why do you ask? Because I wanted to be closer to you. I wanted to take care of you. But if you hate it, maybe I could turn back. I turned to look at her. In the moonlight, she looked worried. I'm happy, I said honestly. It's a surprise, sure, but being able to talk to you, knowing what you're thinking, that's amazing. Really, but don't force it if you miss being a cat. No, she cut me off. I want to stay like this. I want to stay by your side. Okay then, I smiled. But tomorrow we need a game plan. You can't stay cooped up in here forever. I'll work hard to be a good human. Go to sleep. Big day tomorrow. Good night, Ethan. Good night, Snow. Listening to her breathing even out, I drifted off. I had a feeling life was about to get a lot more interesting. 8, I woke up to the smell of food. Snow wasn't in bed. I walked to the kitchen and found her frying eggs. She was much better than yesterday. Morning, Ethan. I made love-filled breakfast. She turned, a smudge of flour on her cheek. Morning, Snow. You're up early. Wanted to surprise you. She giggled. Seeing the table set, I felt a lump in my throat. It was messy, but the effort was sweet. Smells great. Good job. Her tail went crazy. Hee hee. I watched cooking TikToks on your iPad all night. Wait, you know how to use TikTok? Yeah, but I couldn't read all the captions. She frowned. It's okay. I'll teach you to read. Really? Of course. Yes. I'm gonna be the smartest cat girl ever. After breakfast, I addressed the elephant in the room. Wardrobe. Snow, we're going shopping. You need clothes. Outside? Really? Yeah, but you need to wear a beanie to hide the ears. And a long skirt or coat for the tail. Why hide them? They're cute. People will stare. We're going to pretend you're a cosplayer. Cos. Play. It's like dressing up as a character. Anime fans do it all the time. People won't question it. Oh, you're so smart, Ethan. I found an oversized beanie and a long trench coat. It was a look for sure. Does it work? She did a little twirl. Perfect. Just remember, don't talk to strangers about being a cat. Roger that. 9 taking her out for the first time was nerve-wracking. Snow was fascinated by everything. The cars, the noise, the people. Whoa, what's that big metal thing? A bus. Public transit. It's huge. Faster than I can run. We passed a pet shop, and she froze. She stared through the glass at the puppies and kittens in the cages. Ethan, why are they in jail? She asked quietly. They're waiting for families to adopt them. Like you adopted me? Exactly. She watched them for a moment. I'm lucky. I found you. I squeezed her hand. I'm the lucky one. We hit them all. A sales clerk at H&M walked up immediately. Hi there. Can I help you find anything? Just looking for clothes for my cousin. I lied. Cousin. Snow looked at me. Yeah, my cousin. I gave her a look. Oh, right. I'm a cousin. She nodded too aggressively. The clerk smiled. She's adorable. I love the cosplay vibe. Very anime. Thanks. Snow beamed. We bought a bunch of stuff. Jeans, sweaters, dresses. Snow treated the fitting room like a runway. Ethan, look at this one. She stepped out in a blue sundress. Looks great, I said, and I meant it. It feels weird not having fur, but the fabric is soft. Next stop, Barnes & Noble. What are all these? She stared at the endless shelves. Books, stories, knowledge. Can I read them? We'll start with the easy ones. I bought some picture books and elementary workbooks. This one has animals. She grabbed a specialized zoology book for kids. That's an encyclopedia. Good choice. I want to know how other animals live. On the way home, she clutched her bags like treasure. Today was the best day ever. The world is so big. Do you like it out here? Yeah, but... She paused. I like being home with you best. Me too, I laughed. 10 back home. The fashion show continued. Do you like this one? It's cute. This one, also good. Which one is your favorite? You look good in everything. She blushed. Smooth talker. That night, we started reading lessons. Ayuhishi, she repeated after me. You're catching on fast. I want to learn fast so I can read your books. 11, her curiosity was bottomless. Ethan, why do humans learn so much stuff? Because knowledge helps us understand the world. If I learn a lot, will I be smart like you? Smarter, probably. Yay. It was getting late. Okay, school's out. Bedtime. 5 more minutes. Nope. Rest is important. Fine. She pouted. As we got into bed, she asked, Ethan, now that I'm human, do you still like me as much as when I was a cat? Where is this coming from? Well, everything is different. I talk now. I wear clothes. I don't just meow and eat tuna. I reached over and ruffled her hair. Snow your family. It doesn't matter if you have paws or hands. That never changes. Really, really. Plus, you're even more fun now. She smiled, relieved. Good. I was scared you'd get bored of me. Never. You my Snow. Hee hee. I love you, Ethan. Go to sleep. Tomorrow we're making lasagna. Lasagna? Like Garfield? Yes. Good night. Night. I closed my eyes. This new life was weird, crazy, and complicated, but I wouldn't trade it for anything. 12 a month later, Snow was fully integrated. She could cook, read basic English, and work the coffee machine. But she also had abilities. Ethan, bring an umbrella. It's gonna pour, she said one morning. App says 0% chance of rain. I can smell the dampness in the air. Sure enough, by 2 p.m., it was storming. Told you. She texted me. She had master emojis. Cat superpoas. She picked up on things I missed, like the mood of our neighbor, Mrs. Higgins, or the stray cat down the block being sick. Let's go see Mrs. Higgins, Snow said one day. She's really sad today. How do you know? I heard her crying through the wall. 13, we knocked on Mrs. Higgins' door. She was lonely. Her daughter hadn't visited in months. This is my cousin Snow. I introduced her. What a sweet girl, Mrs. Higgins smiled weakly. Snow grabbed the old lady's hands. Mrs. Higgins, don't be sad. Even if your daughter is busy, you have us. Snow's genuine warmth broke the dam. Mrs. Higgins teared up. Thank you, dear. We started visiting her regularly. Snow helped her garden and listened to her stories. Snow really is an angel, I said one evening. I just copy you, Ethan. You're kind, so I'm kind. I don't have emotional radar like you do. That's the cat instinct. But now that I'm human, I can actually do something about it. I realized then that maybe this transformation wasn't an accident. Maybe she had a purpose. 14 months passed. Snow's radar got stronger. She could sense emotional auras. One day in the park, we found a little girl crying on a bench. Mommy doesn't want me. The girl sobbed. Snow knelt down immediately. Hey there, why would you say that? Mommy and Daddy are fighting. They said divorce. It's my fault. No way, Snow said firmly, petting the girl's hair. Adults fight because they're confusing. It has nothing to do with you. They love you tons. Really, I can see it. You have so much love floating around you. Snow hugged the kid, and amazingly, the girl stopped crying. Thanks, pretty lady. As we walked away, I asked, you can see love? Yup, everyone has a color. Lonely people are gray. Happy people are pink. What color am I? Snow looked at me and grinned. Gold. Warm, bright gold. Gold? Yeah, and it gets brighter every day. My chest felt tight. To her, I was golden. Snow became a bit of a local legend. The girl who listens. I think I found my job, she told me later. I was meant to do this. Before, I could only comfort you. Now I can comfort everyone. 15 it had been a year. Ethan, I have a question, Snow said seriously over dinner. Shoot, if I had to choose between being a cat again or staying human, what would you want? I froze. Why? Because the voice came back in my dream. It said I have a choice. Go back to being a simple cat with you, or stay human and help the world. But what? It said if I choose the world, I might have to leave you. My stomach dropped. What do you want to do? I asked, keeping my voice steady. I want to help people, but I don't want to leave you. You're my person. Without you, I'm nothing. She started to cry. I pulled her into a hug. You are not nothing. You're extraordinary, but listen, I'm so proud of you. If your calling is to bring warmth to people, you should do it. Ethan. But I smirked. Who says saving the world means moving out? We could do it together. Really? Yeah, we're a team. A pack. Whatever. I'm not going anywhere. She wiped her tears. You're the best. I choose both. That night, I heard the voice too. What is your choice? We looked at each other. We're going to help people, together. Very well. Blessings upon you. Snow glowed for a second, and when it faded, she looked. More settled. More human. 16, I feel. Strong, she said. And I'm still here. Fast forward 3 years. We open a cafe in the Pearl District called the Golden Whisk. On the surface, it's just a coffee shop with great pastries. But it's actually a sanctuary. Snow works the floor. She knows exactly what everyone needs. A hug, a listening ear, or just a really good latte. I run the business side. Welcome. Snow chirped as the door opened. Customers say the vibe in here is magical. They don't know the half of it. They just think Snow's cat ear headband is part of the uniform. Mrs. Higgins comes by for tea every Tuesday. The little girl from the park, now a teenager, works here part-time. Ethan, are we happy? Snow asked one evening as we closed up. I am. You? Super happy. This is the dream. Good. Promise we'll stay together forever? I promise. She curled into my side, resting her head on my shoulder. Ethan. Yeah. I love you. I love you too, Snow. 17, we locked the door and walked home under the city lights, hand in hand. From a stray kitten to a magical healer, Snow had come a long way. And I went from a lonely guy to a man with a purpose. We found our happy ending. Ethan, big day tomorrow. Let's crush it. You got it. Under the stars, our story was just beginning. The end. Bonus chapter. The birthday surprise 1. Ethan is acting weird. Snow lay sprawled on the sofa, tail flicking back and forth, watching me in the kitchen. Weird how? I asked, not turning around as I leveled off a cup of flour. You're all sneaky, whispering with Emily and Mrs. Higgins. Her ears swiveled like radar dishes. And yesterday, you hid a huge box in the closet. My hand slipped, Almost dropped the measuring cup. Are you going to throw me out and replace me with Emily? She jumped off the couch and hugged me from behind, burying her face in my back. Don't be an idiot. I laughed, turning to ruffle her hair. I'd never replace you. Then what are you doing? It's a secret. You'll find out tomorrow. To the next morning, sunlight hit my face. Ethan, wake up. Snow was shaking me. It's my birthday. Happy birthday. I groaned. You remembered. She tackled me in a hug. Of course I did. I reached into the nightstand. Here. First gift. It was a silver necklace with a tiny paw print pendant. Since you don't have paw pads anymore, I said softly. So you remember. She touched it, eyes watering. Ethan, that's cheating. You're making me cry before breakfast. 3 at noon, we went to the cafe. Surprise. Confetti everywhere. Mrs. Higgins, Emily, our regulars, everyone was there. Snow froze, tail rigid. For me, everyone wanted to celebrate you. I said. There was a massive cake on the center table shaped like a fish. Did you make this? She asked. I practiced for weeks. It might taste a little experimental. It's perfect. She squeezed me tight. Mrs. Higgins gave her a hand-knit scarf. Emily gave her a deluxe cookbook. The teenager gave her a drawing of Snow as a superhero. Snow held the drawing, tears streaming down her face. I'm so happy. For that evening, after the cleanup, we sat by the window. Best birthday ever? I asked, wiping a smudge of frosting off her nose. Yes. She nodded enthusiastically. I never thought so many people would care about a cat. They care about you. She looked at me, then leaned in and kissed my cheek. That's my return gift, she said, face bright red, tail curled up in shyness. Because you gave me the best day. I want to give you something precious. I laughed and pulled her into a hug. You're the only gift I need. 5 walking home, the street lights humming above us. Ethan, she said. Yeah. Next year, I'm planning a surprise for you. Oh boy, should I be scared? It's a secret. She skipped ahead, turning back with a grin. Promise me, next year, the year after, forever, we celebrate together. I caught up and took her hand. It's a promise. Our shadows stretched out long on the pavement, side by side, inseparable.